All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 of this live stream build. Of course, you're not seeing everything. If you missed part 1 or the the other night when I was starting to put together some of these sub-assemblies, you missed that. You can go back and watch that. Go back and watch the archive of that. But what we're going to do here is we're going to get started and start putting some things together. We're going to do a little bit of weathering. We're just going to see how far we take it till I kind of come to a stopping point, because I can't do my spraying and such. I don't have my airbrush set up for this right now. But join in the chat. Don't forget the super chat, little dollar sign down there if you want to donate as little as $1. Helps me do this, helps me make more content. And if you like this, please consider donating or adding to it. And it'll also highlight your comment in the chat, and I can more easily acknowledge you. So feel free to do that if you'd like. I see we got a couple people watching. Got a couple people in the chat. Hey, Laura. When does this start? Right now. You're watching it. We're on a little bit of a delay here, so keep that in mind a little bit. I do have my camera set up here because I am filming this for a video that I'll show and voice over and talk about how I did certain things. So if you miss things, and these live streams are kind of long, and you know, most people aren't going to want to sit through all that. You're going to see how I do some things, and we're going to chat. You can ask me questions in the chat, anything like that, and I'll answer them as we go along here. And I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. But like I said, there will be a full video once this is completely built, showing everything. And of course, you'll get to see the finished product when that goes live. So what do we got here? We got all the basic paint on the parts. Now, we're going to do some weathering on this. Like I said, in the first one, it's going to be heavily weathered. So this is just kind of the ground coat for most of these parts. And hey, Steve, nice to see you back in here. Welcome. We got some other people in the chat. Come on in and share this around. If you know of some folks that ought to be watching, let's let them in. Let them know about it. So let me just get you up to speed what we did, okay? We kind of started the scope of the project and everything, got some sub-assemblies like the engine and things like this. I kept a lot of things on the trees here, or the sprues, whatever you want to call them, and painted it the base color. So we got a lot of the suspension plate pieces are black. However, we're going to weather that up. Here we got the bumper, and we got a skid plate that I may or may not use. We got the interior painted, and actually I can take this this tape off here because I was masking this because I painted the outside of the tub a black with a little bit of rust on it because there's going to be a spot, and we'll talk about that later on, maybe not in this video, of why that is, because you may see that from the underside and from the side, but that's another thing. We got interior parts, so we got our little seats, and we're replicating, and like I said, we talked about that in the first video, so I won't go over too much of it. So we got our seats painted this tan color, which is very, very similar to what it is. We got our steering wheel here, got our dash, which we're going to have to really detail in there, and I'll need to get my helping hands for that. I don't know if we'll go in there. We cut apart our grill and everything just for the headlight bezels. Put some matte clear on those because I want to tone those down. We may even put a wash over those because those are even still a little bit brighter. Same with the wheels here, or yeah, the outer wheels. Just tone down the chrome. Of course, we're going to do a wash on these because they're not going to look that pretty. Our exhaust painted. I've started a little bit of weathering on this, but we'll probably get to that. Engine put together, which it's pretty simple. Started with a black. It came with a chrome valve cover, which is not correct, so painted over that. Then I kind of rubbed it off because I want to look like that it's black paint is rubbing off, and you're seeing the aluminum under there. We're going to do some more weathering. I need to pick out some details on here. Oil filter. I need to put the alternator on, which it's on this piece. Same deal. We got to grime it up a little bit too, because it's never that pretty. Let's see. We're gonna pick out the transmission here, because it's an aluminum case, or should be aluminum case. We've got the roll bar here, bumper, the inner part of the wheels, which of course you're really not gonna see those. We got a little intake manifold here that goes on the side of the engine. It's not super detailed, and actually you don't even see the carburetor because let's see. Oh, I don't have the air cleaner. Oh, that's right. It's still in the paint booth, so I need to go find that. But anyway, we're going to take care of that because well, I'll tell you when I get to it. But like I said, there's no carburetor that sits on, just a post. But because the air cleaner is going to be off to the side of the engine for a reason, I'll explain that later. I need to detail or make what looks like a carburetor. So we're going to get started here. Oh, I got the hood here. I'm already did some pre-rusting, but this is not what it's going to look like. Oh yeah, let's since we last talked here, you saw me filling in the bed rails and everything, because this is a Datsun 720, but it has a D21 or the hardbody side or bed on it, because the guy rolled it and then put a bed on there. So we got that. We got some black on there. We got a combination of gloss black and flat black, and we're going to tone this down. But also what we did, and I don't know, hopefully it'll sort of show up on the camera. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but we're replicating the real pickup. There's a dent in here, and the marker lights are out on both sides, and we're gonna have to add some auxiliary ones up front because that's how it was. And then over here, minor dent here, but the big thing is, and hopefully you can see that there is when whatever was hit here kind of shifted the front clip over enough that it shoved it behind the door, and then when the door is open, and it pushed the fender in, so we have a gap there. And that's kind of why, let me just stick it in here just so you can see, so you can kind of see what we're getting, why I painted the tub. I'm just going to kind of hold it in there, but see, if I didn't paint the sides of the tub, you'd see white in there, and I didn't want you. I actually added some kind of rust to it, so it's a different color back there. And I might add a little bit more on that corner. You're not going to see it on the camera. When I film the video, you're going to see it. I'm going to pick it out, but I actually might brighten that up a little bit with some rust. This cab corner, or this interior tub corner, because I really want that kind of to stand out and catch your eye as you're looking around this side. I mean, you're going to see it, but then I want you to see, oh wow, yeah, the door pushed the fender in there. Otherwise, we're pretty good. I realized I got a mistake here. I need to fill in this gas filler door, because on the 720, I believe it's on the other side. When we changed the bed out, gas filler neck, the guy put it up in the bed here, so I got to make a gas cap. Well, gas cap. You'll see. I don't want to give too much away. But anyway, we got stuff like that to do. And we got a ton of weathering, dirt and junk and whatever. So I'll show you the frame. This is, like I said, some pre-weathering, because I'm going to do some salt chipping. So we're going to spray this with some flat black and stuff, but then salt chip it. So then this rust comes back out. And I want to pick out some details in here. I want to really detail the exhaust. So we're going to do that. And then interior, we got to grime it up. We got to put it together. There's a shifter. We got because it's 5-speed and then 4-wheel drive. So we got both shifters. I got to paint those, body color, things like that. So that's what we're going to get at. and I got to set some stuff off to the side to make some room. I think what I'm going to start doing, because I can't really show you the salt chipping technique, we're not going to mess with interior parts, at least not right now. Same with wheels, we're not going to do that. Let's see, we're going to do this. I think I'll wait on that. Okay, we're not going to need the roll bar. These parts. Okay, we're going to start probably here with a bunch of these parts. And actually, you know what? Because this is fun, this is always fun. We're going to start with the exhaust. That's something real fun here. And I see I need to take off a little bit of flash here. And I should have done this before, but need to get our test fit exhaust in the engine, and I see we need to kind of cut those off a little bit. Yeah. But then this is the fun part. We're going to get out some weathering powders and things. And again, with weathering and stuff, I'm no pro here, so it's there's no wrong way to do any of this. It's not wrong if you get the desired outcome, I guess. So let's see. You need to maybe clean those. All right. I need to maybe clean those out. Let me get my pin vise out here. This teeny little drill bit. Yeah, that's another thing when you're modeling, or I found that this is kind of indispensable. I mean, this is kind of a big bit for a pin vise, but let's see. I need to clean those out. That's one thing. Sometimes you gotta paint gets built up in these, and I want to make sure we test fit this well. Because this used to be, and I went over this in the first video, this used to be a snap kit. So some of this stuff was made to snap together, and then they added some, added a little bit, but it's a low piece count. It's a low piece count model, so it's there are some things that kind of need some help with detail and such. But overall, it's been going together pretty easily. But some things need a little bit of work on them, and I need to just shave this down a little bit. Again, I usually, when I'm detailing the engine, for whatever reason, I kind of start with the exhaust, because I don't know, it's the biggest radical sort of radical change you can make, and we can really have some fun with it. So hopefully you guys are seeing a decent stream. Say hello in the chat. Tell me how it's going. Hopefully it's not too buffering. I'm trying to put out a lot of pretty high bit rate, so okay. I like that. Okay, we got that so the exhaust fits real well. Okay, let's put this stuff off to the side. I should get my helping hands out. I need to run to my other shed and grab stuff. I thought I had everything, so please stay with me. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Hopefully I didn't lose too many people in that doing that. I always worry about doing that. So yeah, anyway, got any questions? Hop in the chat. Okay, I got my helping hands here, and yeah, here's my little air cleaner, which we might do some weathering on that too. But I'll set that off to the side for now. We're working on the exhaust. All right. Set it up here. Okay. Hopefully you guys are seeing that real good. I'll do a check here. Yeah, I mean, of course it could be closer up, but whatever. All right. So, all right, let's see. I need to get out some of my weathering and let's see. A little bit of that. Let's see what other colors. Let's see, that's gray. There's an earth color. And we're going to dust this up and dirty this up with looking like mud and dirt and such in here too. So, I mean, this is just a first round. So if we we're going to probably be covering up some of this. Okay, dark tan, that's a good color. Okay. So let's see. And I have a new product here. I usually do, well, actually, I will do it that way. Well, I'll put this on. I usually just use these kind of acrylics like this, craft paint, as a, and then really, really thin it as a, for a wash here. And that's what because it's going to be a little greasy. Let's just see what this stuff is. Let's use one of this brush here. Yeah, let's see. This is sort of a pre-made wash, so I'm gonna I've never tried this stuff before, but there's always a first time, so that's what I'm gonna try here. Let's just see how I'll do it down here. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see if it'll pick out some of this. Because there are some little details like the flanges and stuff like that that I want to sort of highlight here. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. Let's see. Let's just take that off with my finger a little bit. Yeah, actually, that toned that down. I wanted to. I don't know. You can't probably see it, but I wanted to highlight some of the, especially the two middle cylinders, a little area in there. So yeah, that was pretty good. Let's do that. You know what? I'm gonna get our washes here. Let me get a little bit of water, clean my brush. All right, let's see. I should just do something here. Okay, I do really like that wash. That helped a little bit there. And I'm just gonna just to make it stiff. Then we're gonna, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold it up to the, I really like the rust powders. I do have these other type of weathering. Let's see, and I don't I really want to keep that dark line in there, so do that. we go. Get that really crusty down here, because that's where the water hits it and everything, and then it's really it's always you know, the new rust kind of burns or wears off when it's sitting, and then we sort of have then it re-rusts and everything. So yeah, I like that. Okay, let's take a little flappy brush and go like that. And the other reason why I want to do this like this is because you're really going to see, this, you know, when you open that engine bay up. All right, let's look for here. Actually, I am going to thin that down even more. I have these little jars of thinner, but I mean, I have the huge ones. Take a little. I'm all out of pipettes, so I need to get a few. I got these little syringes here. They're, you know, good for metering out. All right, yeah, that's better. Get that a little more watered down here. And these washes should dry a little more opaque. Just want to bring out that line there. Dust a little bit more of this on. Leave down on the end a little bit loose there because it's going to have to hook up. The only thing I don't like is the exhaust is molded in here, so it's going to have to hook up there. I'm going to have to kind of join those two pieces, and then I'll make it look like a flange, and then okay. Now you don't really see this side, but I know it's there, so I'm gonna do a little bit of weather in there, because at certain angles you may see it, so we need to kind of make sure and dirty it up, because you know what, oil, let's say oil leaks on the back side of this and kind of takes care of that. So let's this, and I'll hold it up to the camera so you guys can get a little bit of a better look at what's going on here, because I know it's kind of hard. You might be able to see a little bit, but it might be kind of hard. And that's the thing with weathering is, you know, as long as it looks the way you want it, that's fine. But it's easy to go too far. So with it, okay, I'm really liking that. That's really going to sort of stand out. Let's do one more little blob of dark there, dark here. Okay. I'm just using a cheapo brush for that, but okay. You know what? I really like that, so just gonna couple shots of clear, and I forgot I need to be recording what I'm doing here. Not much, just a little bit. Hey, 89 McCatell. Nice to see you in here. I'm gonna lock that in. I'll put a little bit more on there. Alrighty. Okay, let me hold this up. Hold that up to the camera. Please focus. Hopefully you guys can kind of see what we did there. I guarantee you it looks it looks amazing in person. It maybe only looks like just orange, but really it's got a lot of color variation there. So, whoa, sometimes the parts go flying. Good thing I set it in. So, all right, we got that. Now, thanks 89. If you missed the original live stream, you'll kind of be lost on what kind of project we're doing, but feel free to join in. But we're doing some initial weathering, but basically this is going to be some heavy weathering. Actually, I'm going to lay the engine on its side here. We're going to bust out either a gray or an aluminum color. I got to see what I got. Probably gray, because we're going to wash it down. Whoops, my head's probably in the way. Need to look through my... Oh, that's right, I got all those nice dirty colors. Well, there's a good rust color. More brown. I guess I got brown. That's right, I forgot I had that rust color too. And then my burnt umber, which I love. Okay, actually, all right, do a flat gray here. I think this will be good. Yeah, let's, that's plenty. So, 89 Mattel, I assume you do custom Hot Wheels or something, or you're into Hot Wheels or die casts and such. So, I'm guessing. So what brings you into this stream? Feel free to support via the Super Chat if you like this kind of content. Let's see. I'm going to dump out a little bit of thinner in one of these just because I want to thin this. So, all right. Need to pick out the cylinder head here. Yeah. Oh, that's going to look just good. Because it needs to be gray, but like I said, we don't want it too shiny. Because it is old, dirty, worn out, and this engine's seen a lot of abuse. It's drank a lot of water in its years. So aluminum head is going to be all corroded and all pretty nasty. So we want to simulate that. I painted the engine just a flat black, and but we're gonna maybe rust that up a little bit too, because an old engine like this, it's an iron block with an aluminum head. Back when the Japanese liked to do that stuff, and cylinder head gaskets and the metallurgy wasn't the greatest, so head gasket leaks were prevalent, and just wasn't something that any of the manufacturers had down real great. So pretty common here. So I just wanted to pick those out. And the other thing is, oh yeah, the freeze plugs. I want to pick those out. Those are usually anodized in some respects, so they don't. I mean, they do rust, but usually you can pick those out on the block. We may not even see them in the finished part, but pick out. Does have the little spark plugs. I do have a pre-wired distributor and coil coming. I thought I was going to try and make it, and we need to do the. We need to pick out the starter here. I'm sorry if you can't see everything. Hey Heath, it's been a while since you've been in. I know you're really busy with family stuff, but hey, thanks for showing. Thanks for tuning in. You missed part 1 here, or let's see. I'm gonna have to touch up the black. Okay, but let's get some gray on the transmission here, because it's an aluminum job here. But I'm not going to kill all my dark. Of course, you're not going to see a whole lot of it, but I'll know it's there. So I'm going to keep some of the dark, because again, this one's crusty. It's a leaker, known leaker. Actually, a little piece, little part of the little Easter egg, I guess if you want to call it, is kind of an in joke. Like I said, I'm replicating a memory from my high school days here. Yeah, there we go. You just got to get some variation on here on the different surfaces. And the transmission you will be seeing from the underside, so we want to make sure we get that kind of hammered out. And of course it's going to get all dirtied up anyway, so all right, let's just pick out a little something, pick out the ends of the pulleys just a bit here. But of course they're going to be kind of rusty, so we want to take care of that. Okay. Clean my brushes out here. Again, it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but of course my lighting just looks like I took it all out, but this engine already looks pretty old. So let's see. Let's get the. I need to get the alternator on here because I need to take care of it. Oh, I know what I need to do. We need to get some white because we're gonna just get a little bit of white. I gotta pick out the oil filter. We're gonna say he's got a Napa or a Wix or something on here. So we want to take care of that. Just helps getting some color under the hood, even though everything's dirty. Dirt is not all black or brown, so we need to have some contrast here. So okay. All right. That does that. Let's get out. Let's see. What color is this? This is my. What is it supposed to be? Deck brown. We'll do this. We'll do a variation. We're going to do a lot of colors here. So, all right, let's that kind of almost washed out. That's the thing about mixing some colors here. Dirtier the better. So let's see if we can. Oh yeah, just oh gosh, that's just about right. It's almost perfect to look like an old rusty block, but it's not, all one color. Let me get this down, and then we're gonna put that alternator on. And oh, I like that color. Happy accident there. Wasn't meaning for that to look that good. Whew. I'll be darned. That's a good. Let's get a little more paint here. Hey Dave, man, I've ruined a few models of my day. Interesting stuff. Well, I guess maybe you missed it. Somebody doing it right. I'm no expert here. I guess I said there's no wrong way to do this, because it's not. It's not wrong if whatever you're doing, whatever technique you do, ends up getting you the result you were looking for. And sometimes you get a result that you didn't even expect. Like this, actually this brown, which gosh, my webcam just is not going to do it for you. It's this really looks good, and we're gonna do some more colors. So I can't say I'm doing it right necessarily. Because I don't always know what with this stuff. There's so many different ways to do it. Not one way. There's not only one way to do it. So yeah, I'm getting the brown. Oh, I like that. Because I almost made, and this is what I was intending, but it is I'm almost washing it with this brown. And my flat black, I did it, like I said, so my flat black is still showing through. But we're getting some brown, simulating rust on a cast iron, rust and wear. The paint is off of this thing. feel I need to put some other variations of color yet. So let's actually get this fan a little bit more grimed up, and I need to put some lighter colors on this, I think. Of course, we're going to dirty this up with some, like, dirt, actual dirt, and like tile grout, which I could actually pre-weather this, but probably do that after the fact. Okay, that's enough of that brown. Let's let's do this little lighter color here, or a little redder color. Let's just see how that works. I don't know if I can get her open. That's the thing with some of these paints are older. Well, that one isn't going to open. So without, damn. Okay. I don't like some of these. There we go. Like the Model Masters caps sometimes. Okay. Let's take some. Oh, that's a good brown. All right. Let's just poke a little in those spark plug holes. Yeah, makes it look like some dirt. Dirt got put in there. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to do that oil pan partly this color too, because I know it's seen better days. Again, some of this stuff you're probably not even going to see. Just want to highlight some of these areas here. Let's put some back. Oh, you like that. There we go. Okay. I like that. I like the looks of that. Let's grab some of my gray though. Again, the exhaust goes on this side, so I'm probably not going to see too much of that. Okay. I'm going to brush out a little bit there. Okay, and actually, wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Let's put some dirt in there. Dull that down. Yeah, I like that. Did a decent job of a wash here, actually. Let's grab a little of that darker stuff. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. Grime over here where the oil filler cap's gonna go, and let's grime this side up because you're gonna see a lot of that. Okay. All right. I like that. Now, okay, I'll hold it up so you can see it, but that should. The gluing part, I use, yes, sometimes I use that, or I use those glue applicators, which I don't have handy, or I like to use Tamiya Thin. It's got a nice little brush applicator. Cement, you know, it's kind of welds its stuff together. A dab will do you with that stuff, so. Okay, I like these powders here, and actually probably needed to soften these up again, but anyway, kind of a makeup applicator, and as a matter of fact, I do buy at the dollar store makeup applicators for doing this stuff. Let's see here, make sure we're filming because we want to. Make sure I get the fans all, you know, pretty weathered or rusted, and adding stuff like that helps pull out that detail. Put a little on the side of the block here, just enough to pull your eye a little bit here. And especially over here, I want to drag a little, grab those raised areas here. Yeah. Make sure we don't get any rust on the head, because you know aluminum doesn't rust. But this old cast iron block does. It sure does. Again, this thing's had a hard life. So. So what other kind of models are you into, Dave? Dave's in the chat here. Okay, I'm going to call that good on that for now. Oh, actually, you know what? Just for kicks here, let's grab a little of that on there because it's a little orange. Look like we got some more new rust coming here. A little more variation there. All right, gonna put that away. Again, let's get some more of this. Want it to look really dirty around that oil filler cap, because this guy never used a funnel. Let's put that way. Never used a funnel to put oil in there. Okay, been a few years. Well, yeah, you know, it's actually been links in the description to some of my past model builds, which has been about 2 years ago. Okay, hopefully, you know, I know it doesn't look, but got quite a bit of grime on here. Got some rust on that block and everything. Kind of give you an idea what it could look like. Oh, I need to put that alternator on, and I'm not done with the frame, but you know, it'll sit in there, something like this, you know, and that frame's going to be dirtied and chipped and whatnot. But I think I'm pretty good. Can I put the exhaust on? I could actually, because I can still put that intake manifold. So okay, let's this back in my helping hands here. Just to make it easier on myself. Okay. Where's the valve cover? We already did the valve cover leaking. And actually, I'll probably do some more washing. But actually, we're gonna have some heavy heavy dirt in the engine bay. Okay, there's my. All right. Let's a little bit of that in there. It takes a drop, less than. All right. Okay, folks, what do you think about that? That engine look pretty well used yet? Hopefully it looks decent. So, yeah, we're gonna probably add a little bit more. Like I said, I got a distributor and wires and everything because I'm gonna wire it. And honestly, if I recall, this engine in real life was a dual plug head. So actually, it has eight spark plug wires. Actually, while we're at it, let's do the valve cover here. It doesn't need a whole lot, though. But let's actually, I got this nice wash I made here. Let's take care of it real quick. Let's get some in those. And of course, I'm going to dust this up. I'll get my airbrush out and everything like that to add more depth, but even more depth and detail. The little do that. Actually, just for kicks, let's I don't want to do too much on this with the powders. Because actually this is going to be off on the side. Let's get the snorkel though. Because this is actually, we're not going to put it on let's see, this is a Nissan, so these are torsion bars. You're thinking Toyota had the leaf springs up front, but Nissan in these years, you could argue that was maybe it's Achilles' heel comparatively, but you know, I don't know. I'm a bit of a Mopar person, and you know, Chrysler, I think, kind of engineered originally, that, you know, the torsion bar suspension. And it is really good. It's for ride and such. It is actually second to none for ride and everything. But if you're talking off-roading, no, that's not what you want. Okay. Dirtied that up a little bit there. Set that off to dry a little bit. Let's put our powder coat. Let's see. I need to go get my tweezers for moving stuff around. Okay. Okay, where am I at? Engine, that's sitting there. Oh, I know. I was going to experiment with this. I don't know if this is what I'm going to do, but and if it don't work, it's easily kind of reversible. I was going to salt chip this hood, but what I wanted to do is try out this wash here and hit the recesses and stuff. There's kind of like some vents and stuff. Actually, let's wash this whole thing over. I'm liking that effect. Because this hood is very sun faded. It's going to have a lot of dirt on it. It's, you know, the rest of the pickup is black with some brown. The whole pickup's been rattle cammed. So, but the hood was exceptionally bad. Yeah, especially that leading edge there. Oh, that's great. Oh, that pulls out those details. Almost wish I would have sort of done this with the body, I guess. Let's see, let's pull those. I might have to put another wash on that, but just that's, you know, another one or two more coats. I really like that. I really like the looks of that. Now, granted, we're going to do some work on the body, but just putting that next to it there, that looks great. I got an idea for the bed maybe. So, let's see, a little bit of, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we kind of got the hood. Oh, I know. It's time to do some customizing here. Oh no, I need to put that. You guys aren't reminding me. I need to put that alternator on, and we need to put the intake manifold on. I wanted that engine to dry a little bit, but you guys aren't doing very good in the chat for me. You're supposed to remind me of all the things I'm doing wrong or forgetting. That's the internet, right? Okay. Oh, I guess for those that don't know, this is 1/25th scale, so. All right. Wonder if someone could dissolve a few areas to create rust. Acetone? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, this is plastic, so. But, yeah, I suppose. Is that alternator? They're really out of scale. That alternator's, well, huge. like an 80 amp alternator. Not sure. I mean, I'm not going to be able to show it here because you'll see it in the finished video, but I'm going to do a salt chipping effect to the frame, which I'll tell you how it works. It's just I can't really show you. Okay, let's let that linear dry. But basically, what you do is you put wet down the areas that you want the salt, literally like rock salt, to stick to, and put it all over, and then spray over with the top coat, and then let it completely dry, and then you scrape off the salt, and you'll uncover this base coat. But then anywhere that there wasn't any salt, obviously, it's like a poor man's mask. It'll look, it'll kind of look the part, which actually, I need to do this because is fill in these the little gaps and stuff. I do need to do that before I can do my treatment because those are going to be hard to get at later. So we'll do that because that's drying down in all these valleys, and there's fuel pump down in here, and I want to, because when I paint, it's not gonna penetrate those areas, and I don't want those being bright. I'm creating shadows to add some depth, and hopefully even on the this camera or live stream, you're kind of seeing some of that. And it'll highlight some areas here. Some areas about a gas tank. And I want these little areas to stick out. Again, it's hard to imagine the full effect yet, but trust me, each one of these little, thinking ahead here a little bit is going to help sell this, sell the look I'm looking for. Gas tank there. Yeah. Like I said, don't want to kill all the dark, and that exhaust, I can't really. Oh, I need, here's a couple recessed places. Exhaust, I really don't like that that's molded in. It's gonna make it a little bit harder for me to do what I want to do. All right. Yeah, anybody in the chat, if you want to join in, don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, support in the super chat, donate as little as $1. Everything helps out. Every little bit helps out, I should say. Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh, I know. You know what we'll do? We'll have a little fun here. One thing I need to do. let's see. See if we can hold it like that. I need to drill a hole in the exhaust there. Just get it flattened off here, but I'll get a drill bit and my pen vise. I don't need to drill in too much, but I need to drill down a little bit here so I can because that'll just add to the realism, but then because the exhaust is going to be a rusty color, I want to put in, I'll start with that drill bit, but I'll need to open it up some more. But I want to put some black in there, black paint in there to accentuate it. You know, it will create a shadow, and also this truck burns oil and it runs rich. It's a carbureted vehicle. This will be a 1985. And it's running a little rich. It burns a little water once in a while when you're out mudding. I actually got video of this truck that I'm building. You can check my channel for that. I should have put it in the description, but if you search or look on my channel and find NISSAN Hardbody, that'll be it. So, I know this kind of work is kind of tedious, so, and it's hard to see the finished project, which I can see it in my head. I can see, and I have video. I don't have reference photos, but I got reference video. But you know, it's VHS, so it's not the greatest quality and all that, but okay. That one. All right, I need to get a slightly larger drill bit. This is about the biggest bit I can fit in my pen vise. Because honestly, it's really for doing teeny tiny holes. And I already because the battery is molded into the engine compartment. I already drilled the holes for the battery cables. Once I get to that point, I'll have to drill some holes in the starter, or one hole, I should say, where the starter is for okay, that's pretty good. So I can put put the red power lead from the battery to the starter. Actually, I probably should do one on the block somewhere. I'll get to that later. But that's the level of detail we're aiming for here. Okay, so I wanted to remember to do that, to drill that hole out. Oh yeah, see, I don't know. You guys probably won't be able to see it. Let me See if I can. Well, anyway, there's a hole, and it, it looks like a pipe, and put a little flat black paint in there. Okay, so that's pretty good. And I won't wash anything more yet until I get farther down the way. However, I'm going to get to this. There's another thing. This is out of I have a radiator out of my junkyard parts, and originally the grill, of course, I cut it in half here. Just goes across there, so you don't see in there, of course. Well, because the grill's busted out on this pickup, we need to see that radiator in there. Well, it wasn't molded, so this was molded to mount the grill, so I had to cut this out. Well, obviously there's no real radiator, because if the grill's there and everything, you're not going to see it because the fan kind of covers it up. It just has the top of the radiator, and we're going to pick out those details later. But so out of my box of junkyard stuff, I have this radiator, and obviously it's not going to fit, but it has the molded in fins and everything. And I'm going to probably take some of this light gray and pick it out, but I need to just cut it down a little bit and get it in there, sandwich it in there, and then it'll look pretty good. So I kind of have some reference marks on it you can't see, but I'm not sure how I want to do this. I could try and do it with this hacksaw here once I get it started. Again, there's a couple ways you could do this, but this is just the way I'm going to do it. Now, once I get it started, yeah, this is not going to take too long. Okay, that's got it cut down there. I'm going to do the other side. And that, if I'm not certain, that might actually do it. So I need to be filming myself, and that's the problem. Let's see if I do this right. Oh, there we go. Cut them off like that. There we go. Basically, we took the side tanks off the sides there. That. Let's see here. Now, of course, oh, that's perfect. Now I have to cut the top tank off because, well, we don't need that because the tank's already on there. So again, it's a little bit of a surgical procedure here. And of course, I'll keep these pieces because who the heck knows? Might need it somewhere. Something else. That's why kept the other stuff. Okay, and the bottom tank we'll keep. Alright. Let's hang that up. I think we're done there. Let's see. Let's temporarily put the frame in here because I need to see where some of this locates. Okay, so doesn't really look like I'm going to have any issues that hanging down there. I just need to clean up the edges and we'll be good. And the easiest way to do that is a little sandpaper here. Just run it well, that's right. Whatever this model was modeled in blue. I was wondering, what in the world is plastic? Why is this all blue and everything? That's right. This was modeled in blue. So. Okay, got that in there. So let's do that. Okay, since I'm not going to be able to get my brushes back in there, I need to do my washes right now. And I think I want to, well, let's see, I already got some gray here. So let's pick up some of this color here. And let's just it's already black. Actually, what I should do is if I get some, do I have any silver handy? I got some silver. I could put some, just a touch of silver, indicating, might indicate like some, you know, bent fins or something of that nature. Take some of this grime and it's gonna, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, you know what? What do I got? What do I got for, I don't know if I got any silver here handy. Let's see. Well, I might have a silver pen. I do. I have a silver pen here. Kind of big, but let's just try a little. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, probably can't see that, but we'll little dots there. Yeah, they kind of look like make it look like some bent fins. And once it's, yeah, oh, that's gonna look perfect. Might wait to put that in, but that's gonna look really good. Because yeah, you know what, I got to do some weathering on the body, and I might not want that to get in there. Okay, one other thing here. We need to put that. We need to get this intake manifold on, and then let me show you what I'm gonna. Then I'll be showing you what I'm gonna do with for carburetor. So intake manifold is on this tree here. Very basic. Again, it's an aluminum piece, but we're gonna have to grime it just a little bit because we've been running rich and it's EGR valve stuck. So we've been having some trouble with the mixture. Let's get some of this flashing off here. All right, let's get my helping hands back. What did I do? The engine back in here. All right. Again, need to test fit and yeah, either need to drill them holes out or I need to. There's too much flashing on these mounting points. Again, this kit was only like $15, or well, less than that actually, because I got it on sale. So, but I think normal price is like maybe $20, 20 or less. So I guess, you know, it used to be a snap kit, so you know, can't beggars can't be choosers. It was a cheap kit. I'm having fun building it. I'm having fun weathering it. Of course, I always do. So, you know what? We're gonna nip these guys off here. Test fit our manifold again. Okay. Just flash, and then with the plating on the mounting parts, just doesn't want to go in there that easy. And of course, you know, there's some paint in those holes, so I need to clean that up a little bit too. But here, let's see if we got it. Plus, the glue doesn't really stick to plating, so it needed to be scraped a little bit off anyways. So okay, I like that. All right, that fits good. So okay, now the air cleaner is designed to sit on this little post right there, and you know, so there's no carburetor, but It just sits there, and you know, you pretend there's a carburetor under there. So it looks something like that. Well, because part of the inside joke is the air cleaner is never on this. Or we opened the hood one time after driving around mudding, and the car wasn't, or the pickup wasn't running very good, and we wondered why. Well, I opened the hood and the air cleaner had fallen off. It was on the other side of the engine. So what we're going to do here is cut this little knob off. Come on. Let's use the hatchet here. Yeah, ooh, there it went. Okay, so that's got to be like that. I should probably, let's take a board and let's file that down. Make it pretty flat. Because what I'm going to do here is, since there's no real carburetor, it's just a flange. Well, that wouldn't look very realistic. Is I have off of a tri-power setup out of another model. I have some little carburetors, and it's even got some fuel line or linkage, whatever. So I am going to cut one of those off. So I'm gonna leave plenty of the fuel line. I'll put that off to the side, and let's see. I need to flatten the base on it, and then we're gonna have to dirty it up. I don't want it chrome, obviously. I got to flatten this off, and to get it so it sits on there. And that'll look, and then of course we're going to highlight some stuff with it. And got to highlight the throat of the carburetor. Actually, you know what? Before we do get to that, let's all right. There. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm spraying at close proximity there. Won't take that very long to dry. But I can probably put the while that's drying, I can put the intake manifold on here, and then and then we can set that carburetor on there, and then we can begin a little bit of weathering. So we'll put the glue in there, and then, like I said, I got to make sure I get this setting the right. I want to make sure I get the carburetor set in the right way. Okay. All right. Set the engine here. Get it clipped in, because I want to be able to have it sitting. All right, so the truck's sitting this way, so the fuel line goes back that way. Alrighty, so let's see. And actually, let me get my tweezers. Okay, actually, I am not sure where my tweezers are, so do some little needle nose here. grab it there. Oops. Knew that would happen. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of glue. And I want to, there we go. Okay. And it's setting. Got to get it in shot because I got to. And we'll make a teeny tiny fuel line later. But, alright. Hoping that sticks good. Didn't know if I got it cleaned up. Well, maybe I'll put a little bit more glue in this side. Alright. It's enough to melt it together there. Okay, and that definitely looks like aluminum now. But it looks like it's too bright, so we don't want that. So we need to get our washes out again. Let's see if, and slowly be easy because we don't want to. Because there's those leaky valve covers leaked all out onto the manifold here. We don't want it too dressy, too bright. But we don't want to kill all our, put it too dark either. So we'll do that. Now, I need to grab just the teeniest, tiniest little bit of black here. Actually, don't have any gloss black, so I guess I'll just use that. Dang. Can't get the bottle open. There we go. And geez Louise, we're not going to take too much. Where's my teeniest, tiniest brush? There it is. That might even be too much. There, nope, perfect. Perfect. highlight the throat of that carburetor there. And let's see, what would be a good color to put on the side of it? Let's see, kind of a green. What's that? Oh, this is gray. This might be a nicer gray. Let's see. Let's plop a fleet drop out here. That's kind of beige. Oh, there it is. Let's just see how it is. I need a little bit of water. I want to thin that down pretty good. All right. Let's grab some more. All right. Let's just. All right, how about that? Okay, I kind of like that. Let's get that there. Okay, I like that color variation on it. I'll be hitting this with a real light tan for dusting, but yeah, I do like that. I kind of like this crummy color I got right here. Yeah, I like that. All right. Oh yeah, I need to tone down this alternator a little bit. Actually, this color might be the touch. Yeah, maybe. We don't want it chrome, but we want it to get brightness off of that. Because I don't want that alternator catching your eye too much. Let's put a little bit of gray on there. See how that works. That looks pretty good. Hey, Matchbox Mark, we're just working here. You've missed quite a bit, but well, we're still working along. We're detailing the engine here. We've done quite a bit. A little bit of customizing to the kit. Just working on some washes and things. So, but glad you joined in. Feel free to support during via the super chat, you know, donate as little as $1. Don't have to if you don't want to, but it helps do all this. But anyway, thanks for joining in. I'm probably getting close to a stopping point here, and been going for about 2 hours here, so you know. But yeah, better late than never. Well, that's all right, you know. I'll probably be live streaming some more. I know you can't quite see what I got going on here, but I'm just really getting down into the details. Dirty, no pun intended, because we're putting dirt on here on this engine. And I need to fix that white. Pick out the order. How do you support? See the $sign next in the chat. Hit that and donate whatever you want. Minimum, I believe, is $1. You know, do whatever you want. If you like this. I don't have a Patreon, if that's what. I just don't have time to kind of manage that kind of thing. So yeah, it also highlights your comment, and it's really appreciated. So as little as $1, as much as you want, but most people do $1 or $2. You know, I donate to other YouTubers I watch because I enjoy their content, so I like to support them. So I hope you will too. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I got going on here with the engine here, because I'm getting close to being done with it, at least it for now, until it gets installed into the truck. So let me see here. Okay, let's see. All right, that's better with that alternator. I didn't like that. Okay, here's what we got going. All right, top down look here. The carburetor did not come with the kit. That's out of something else, because like I said, I want the air cleaner is going to be off. You know, we got the valve cover, we got a leak in there, we got the oh, hey, matching $10. Oh man, thank you very much. That's much appreciated. You didn't have to do that. It blows me away that people do that. Very, very much thanks. But anyway, we got our exhaust there, nicely detailed and rusted up. I got the fan there. He's you know, all rusty there. Alternator, transmission is you know, kind of a corroded aluminum. I maybe need to put another coat on that. I'm not liking how dark that is. Underside, of course, you're not going to see much of that. That's the oil pan. It sits in the chassis like that. And then, of course, there's going to be mud on the bottom there. But actually, I should, you know, before I call it done, let's put a little bit of a that wash on there. But because you know what, this oil pan, it's a leaker. So let's do that. That's leaking right there, because it's all going to go collect to that point. And let's get that front seal. Front seal is out of this, out of that engine there, and so is the rear main. So it's going to leak down the transmission a little. Actually, we'll Get a little bit of the tail section here. The speedometer drive is leaking and it's pumping the 90 weight out of there, out of that transmission. Yeah, I think we needed that, don't we? Yeah, we needed that. Because, yeah, you'll be able to see that, so okay, I like that. Yes, it is a great community. And not familiar with your channel, but maybe I should be checking it out. I do watch some of the other Hot Wheels and Matchbox channels out there. You know, I don't know if you're a subscriber, hopefully you are. But you know, doing toys and whatever, and then I like to do plastic models. So there we go. We got a little bit of oil and grime on that where the rear main seal's leaking, the front seal, everything. So I am, and of course we're going to wire this engine. You know, put some. I gotta, and I don't know where I'm going to put it, so I haven't drilled the hole yet. But it's probably going to go at an angle there because that's where it is on the real. Is the distributor and everything. I got a distributor with some wires and things, and I hope coming. Hopefully it looks good. Oh yeah, one last thing before we get out of here, because I'm close to buttoning this up for this, at least this stream, is I want to do one more wash on this hood. Just a little bit more here. But yeah, thank you so much, Mark. I really enjoy it. Like I said, it really means a lot. I've been on YouTube since 2006. Been doing this, making videos longer than that, pre-internet actually. And I've always I've always been wanting to share my hobbies, share my passions and stuff. And yeah, it's a great community. So yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get that all. Yeah, that's looking really good, and because the paint, the sun, and everything has beat this hood up, and this truck never got washed. So all right, that's a little better. It looks almost black on camera, but that's just it's drying. But yeah, that's gonna look great. And I still got to do a bunch of that. I got to do weather into the body here. It's too pristine. We put some dents in it already. I kind of already okay, good. You're new for about 3 months. Well, thanks. I mean, I got coming up on 15 years of doing it, and I don't know everything. I'll show you here. And it's gonna be hard, but we got a dent there. We hit something, probably a deer there, and then in here, let me see if I can hold this. We have where because it shoved the front clip back and the door opening, pushed the fender in there, and we got a little bit of dent there. We're gonna have to highlight that stuff. We got to dirty this up a little bit. Got a lot of work to do there. Frame, same difference. I've been doing a little bit of putting that wash on there. Next time, bring the camera closer. Yeah, but see, it's my webcam, and I got it mounted overhead. Yeah, I know, but then it's kind of hard to keep things in frame. I am actually filming. There's going to be a comprehensive video about this on my channel. You can't see it, but just off camera, I have my video camera. I'm filming and doing and I'm filming the painting process. So like these steps that that I've already got done here. I did those earlier, but I did film them. It'll go into an edited video, so and I'll be talking about what what I did to achieve the achieve what I got here. So this is more just so we can interact in the chat and everything, because it's real. This is real impromptu. It's kind of hard to do this live and talk and do this stuff. So yeah, I actually have a second webcam, and sometimes I run a 2-camera setup. So I have this large overhead shot and then a real tight shot and a picture-in-picture. If I had someone, if I had someone to run cameras, they could toggle back and forth for me, but I don't have that at this time. So and I don't know if I want to do that. I guess I can always fix this if I don't like it, because this is the catalytic converter, so I'm kind of wanting to pick that out for some reason right now. I probably shouldn't, but I can always. The catalytic converter has always has that galvanized plate that it's still going to have some rust, but it's not like actually. Yeah, I've washed it over. But see, I'm going to salt chip. I'm going to salt chip this frame, so this, well, it looks real rusty red and it's a little speckled and everything. It's a little too uniform. I'm not done, so not done with it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I wanted to just see how that was going to look. I also need to drill some holes in that muffler, or a hole. Because that's, and I'm gonna dent it up a little, but I think we're gonna save that for another time there. So all right, I'm gonna call this live stream done for now. I'm kind of at a stopping point because we still got interior to go and everything, and that's going to require some real fine detail. I'm going to have to sit here and really detail it up. I got the suspension and everything. Like I said, I need to chip this. I got to do this and that in my paint booth. I can't do that on stream. But I kind of wanted to see. I guess I kind of wanted to see what that would look like, just picked out like that. But all right. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna pack this up. I know if you got in here late, sorry. You can back it up. The stream will be archived, so if you wanted to see something that you missed, you can back it up. And when this is done, when it gets done, there will be a full video, edited video. I don't know how long it'll be, but it's probably gonna be like 20 minutes. The way it's kind of going, roughly 20 minutes, something like that. So you can watch that. I'll pick out the details that I do and talk about them and everything. We got a lot of detail in here to do, and a lot of little intricacies that are going to go into the interior. We got to have junk in the box. I got to make all that. So yeah. Anyway, appreciate you coming in. I don't exactly know the next time I'm going to stream, but it'll be in the next few days. I'll try to set an event so you can set your watch to it, but otherwise hit subscribe, hit that bell so YouTube definitely lets you know. But I may even stream tomorrow night. Maybe I'll do a little bit every night, and that's I can't guarantee you, but that's gonna be. I'll just tell you right now, that's my goal. Is I'm gonna try to do a little bit every night, but I can't guarantee it. So just check my channel. Hopefully, and I'll try to schedule it so you know it's gonna happen, rather than just pure guess. That's what a real YouTuber would do. Just so you could see, that's kind of what that's going to look like a little bit. That hood, kind of need to do that to the roof a little bit. But anyway, I thank you, and I guess we'll call this a stream. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. See you next time.